Now, in its 11th year, this is Gabnet. Talk like you've never heard it before.
Hey everybody, live from Harlem in New York City. Yeah, this is the Ramble, and I'm Alex. There she is. Hello, Lori Thompson. Hello.
How are you? Hello.
I'm doing okay. I had a bad back yesterday, but it resolved itself somewhat today.
Is your new and improved back?
I don't know what happened. I slept some kind of weird way or something.
Yeah,
Maybe
it cracks me up how the one can throw one's back out just by sleeping.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'd like to throw it out working out or lifting a box or something like that, so I can then say, "Oh boy, I really put my back out on that one."
Oh wow!
But how'd you get your bad back? I was sleeping.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
But no, you don't have a good tale to tell.
It hit me that I'm hitting next month. I'm going to be 86 years old.
On the 18th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
86 years old, and I'm thinking, geez, I should be dead by now. Well, I mean, everybody around me is dying.
Yeah.
I'm
starting to see that with people my age that are, and this ticks me off. They'll never read our obituary and go, "Oh, he was so young."
Well, here's what I always love telling the story about my mother. She had this friend who was 1 year older than her, and this was when my mother was like 92, 93, something like that. She lived to be 100.
Yeah.
And her friend died. And she looked at me and said, "How could she go? She was so young." And I went, "Mom, she was 93, okay?"
I guess it's all relative.
I mean, but I mean, all the, my best friends, all of them are dead.
Yeah.
All of them.
Is that because I met several of your New York friends.
I had Bruce David, who was, I think, my best friend at that point in my life, one of them. And then I had Steve Gruberg.
I remember him.
And then I had Shecky.
Uh-huh.
And they all are gone.
I know.
And I'm thinking to myself, I keep worrying about death and things like that. I know you don't, because, I don't know, you got some kind of religious thing going there. I don't know.
Well, that's not exactly why. No, I don't worry about death.
But, so I don't worry about, I worry about death and so on and so forth. And I'm going, yeah, but I'm 86. I'm already past the odds.
Oh, yeah, you're beating the system.
Oh, yeah. And so is Marjorie. I mean, Marjorie's, what, she's 81? Something like that?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, I think about it and I go, well, all these other people are dead and I'm still going. I mean, I get up and my back aches and I had cancer twice, but they were manageable cancers. By the way, folks, just know this. You're looking, for instance, when you're looking at her, you're looking at a cancer survivor. When you look at me, you're looking at a double cancer survivor. And I'm here to say, and I'm sure she would agree with me when I say this, just because you have cancer doesn't mean it's going to kill you.
No, not at all. If you just do
what you got to do. Do what you got to do.
Yeah, and we jumped into the fray. I mean, didn't waste any time, because that's the best way to
Oh, yeah, you had it off at the pass. I had prostate cancer, but I only had it like one lobe of my prostate, and it wasn't huge or horrible or whatever, but we went and got it. We radiated it, and then we put the seeds in. And then nothing down there works anymore. We talked about that before.
You don't need it, believe me. Yeah.
But it saved my life. And then I got the CLL, which is the chronic lymphatic leukemia. So when I tell people I got leukemia, they go, "Oh my God, you've got leukemia!" But CLL, most people never die from it; they die with it.
With it.
So I've got I really haven't got the cancers that are deadly. And chances are, if you get cancer out there, folks, it's manageable one way or another. You may have to go through some stuff like she did, which was not pleasant, or like I went through, which was pleasant. It's still pleasant, outside of drawing blood out of my arm twice a year.
Well, and the thing was, what my only concern is, mine was so close to my lymph system. You don't want them migrating. When they want to take a day trip, it's fine, but not when they want to go on a big tour of your body. Not good.
Well, my leukemia is in my lymph system. I mean, it's what's it called? Chronic lymphatic leukemia.
Yeah.
And it, but if they don't see any major things happening, I mean, I have a high white blood count.
Is that, and how is that a bad thing?
Well, that's a bad thing because that indicates that you probably have leukemia or something like that.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
But he looked at the numbers, and it's high. It says high, But he said this would have to go 20 times higher than this before we'd start worrying about it.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
Because they monitor you for so many things.
Yeah. Well, you see these numbers, and they go high and out of range and blah, 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 blah. And then you go to the doctor, and they go, oh, yeah, sure, but that's not really bad what you got there. It's okay. My leukemia guy says, so far everything's kind of within range, within our range.
Yeah, and they keep, they just keep tabs on it.
But on the chart, it says, over high, blah, 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 and you go, wow, I'm dying,
Oh, no, I've got one step in the grave.
And then he looks at it and he says, no, he says, this is high, but it's not that high.
Yeah.
And every 6 months he takes my blood, watches me. And then he says, if you need it, if you do have it badly, we give you a little pill like this. He says, you take that and it's okay. And I'm thinking, but how much is that little pill? How much is that little pill? What point do I reach my donut hole? Probably 1 month, So.
Yeah, well, it doesn't come cheap. And if you need an aspirin, I learned if I needed an aspirin or something, don't wait till you get to the hospital for your chemo. Just have some in the car, because even simple things like aspirin, or a Band-Aid can end up costing.
Well, you and I should consider ourselves lucky, okay?
Yeah.
Because I heard a statistic today that 50% of Americans say that come January, they won't be able to afford their health insurance.
Yeah, isn't that tragic?
That's horrible. That's just terrible. Because, and what I guess Congress doesn't understand, and of course this president, this president never lived with the rest of us, okay?
Right.
He always lived a very privileged life. And so he doesn't understand getting that bill that simply doubled in a month from an insurance company, and then having to pay that because, one of you's got cancer and you still have to get insurance, right?
Yeah.
So he doesn't understand that, neither does Congress, because they're taken care of for life. They have medical for the rest of their lives. You only have to serve one term in Congress, 2 years, and you get lifetime health insurance with no premiums or anything.
That would be great, Ben. You and I should run for Congress.
Well, how come they can get it and we can't get it?
Right. Yeah. And plus, most of Congress is in the top 10%. I mean, as far as socioeconomic.
But anyway, you and I can both afford these things. They don't become a problem. I just say, okay, it's less money in my pocket, but thank God Shecky left me all that money, and then Marjorie sold her condo, and we finally, for the first time in our life, I hate to say this, I'm not bragging about this, are millionaires. Okay?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We never saw $1 million in our pocket that we could just draw out right now, and we'd have $1 million.
Yeah.
Now, that's not a lot of money today, but it's better than nothing. So we can sit here and afford to pay that medical.
Mm-hmm.
But, and you can afford to pay that medical.
Right, thanks to my well-planned for retirement husband.
Well, you also have Medicare.
I
right?
do. Yeah. Yeah. I
You know.
love that card.
And
We
then
should,
he probably, I'm sure, buys a supplemental,
he does.
which is, takes care of the rest of it. We have the one which goes and takes care of
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
So I
This is
walk out of a hospital and they don't even send me a bill.
right. All you do is go, I walk by the front desk and tap on it and go,
It's
see,
kind of like what one must feel in England when they leave the hospital. There was
yeah.
somebody I knew who had to go to a hospital in England. And by the way, if you're in England and you get sick, they will take care of you
Yeah.
because you're a guest in their country.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they went to the hospital and they were there for a couple of days and they got what they needed and then they got well. And as they're leaving, he says, "Well, where do I check out and pay?" And they said, "We don't have that kind of checkout here. We don't have a place where you go and pay or give them
Yeah.
your credit card or anything like that." And he was amazed by that,
Yeah. Julia Sweeney in that one woman show she did years ago, which I loved, God Said Ha. She talks about that. And she was I know it was more than a couple days. It was like 3 weeks, I think. Nothing. Or the bill was like $17.
Yeah, well, see, if the British can do you know why the British have that system, national health, which they take great pride in. You
Yeah.
know? The reason they have national health is because after the war and all those bombings and everything like that they went through, they
Yeah.
felt they owed themselves a gift.
Yeah. I agree with that.
And they came out with national health, which is, of course, you know, you just don't pay. That's
Yeah,
it. You're
yeah.
sick, the government makes sure you get better. Now, if you want a private doctor, there are some private doctors who are specialists and so on, and you don't want to use the ones that are in national health, you can go to them, but you have to pay them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got options.
So
either way.
you've got basic health, And by the way, if you get cancer, they're not going to go, "Well, I don't know, let them go." They don't do that. No, it's a very good medical system.
Yeah.
I don't hear anybody ever complaining about it. I don't hear they have it up in Canada,
Yeah.
and I don't hear of anybody complaining about it up there.
Canada does a lot of things well. We just took that cruise of Canada,
Yeah.
and I like Canadians, and I like a lot of the way they do things.
Well, and they're very proud of their country.
Yes.
And I have a friend who calls the show all the time, and he is Canadian. He lives up in Canada. Obviously, if he lives in Canada, he's Canadian. And he's very proud of the country. They don't like the idea that Trump came along and said, "We want to make you the 51st state." And they went, "Fuck you."
Yeah, no kidding.
We don't want to be
You
part of
think.
that mess down there.
But yeah, we liked it. It's clean as a whistle. I
Yeah.
didn't notice. I'm sure they have homeless people, but I didn't notice one homeless person when we were in Canada.
I
we
think
were
they probably take care of those people.
yeah.
It
exactly.
isn't a matter of, the mayor of New York says, "I'm cleaning up the subways of the homeless people sleeping down there." Yeah, and then you just push them somewhere else.
Yeah, out of sight.
Here, up there, they don't push them somewhere else. They take care of them. They help them. They give them, mental health stuff, whatever it takes.
Yeah.
But they don't just let them sleep in the street. That would be horrible if you let somebody sleep in the street, and it's horrible here.
Yeah, it was markedly different because we're in Canada, for several days. And then our stop in the States is Portland, Maine. So we get out, and it was dramatic, the difference in homelessness. I mean, you'd think that you wouldn't, on a cruise, notice much difference in the way companies, or rather countries, do things. But it was very, very pronounced.
Pronounced, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the Canadians take great pride in their country, and they take great pride in the way they do stuff and how they take care of each other. They realize that government is created as people say, "Oh, we hate socialism." They make a big deal out of it, but they don't realize that a government has to be socialistic in order to work for all the people. In other
Yes.
words, to take care of them. When people are sick, to make sure that they're taken care of. When you don't have a place to live, that they're taken care of. I'm not saying you put them up at the Hilton. You know,
No, but you just
you give them
make it
some kind of a decent place to live. I mean, we have these buildings here which are house the poor basically, and they're terrible.
the projects is what they used to
The
call.
projects are called, and they're horrible. I mean, you wouldn't want to live in them. I don't want to live in them. You know.
But I was in one once. I can't remember what for. Maybe it was a "How the Other Half Lives" tour. But no light bulbs. There are no light bulbs in those hallways. That would because they crush them out so they can do their nefarious goings on.
Well, I mean, it's a festering pocket of crime in those places. Only because do you know who they give a list every year of the worst landlords in New York.
Yeah,
Do you know who's always number one?
Trump.
No, the city of New York.
Ah,
The city of New York, because of the tenements they're running. And
yeah.
they're the worst landlords. They don't take care of anything. The heat doesn't come on right, whatever.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Trump, did you, and this has been out for a long time, see The Apprentice? Not the show, not the reality show,
The movie.
but the movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, it was
I thought-
very good. Well, I met Roy Cohn.
Well, yeah, but tell me what the circumstances were.
Circumstances were that this guy, Barry Farber, had a radio show over at WOR. I was working at another radio station. And he wanted somebody to come in and debate Roy Cohn. So he called me and said, would you like to come in and debate Roy Cohn? And, of course, I was a big follower of history. When I was a kid, it's stenciled on bus stops were signs saying, save the Rosenbergs.
Oh, yeah.
The Rosenbergs were, in case people don't remember, and of course you don't, I don't expect you to, back in the 50s were a cause célèbre, or maybe not even 50s, I think maybe late 40s, something like that. A big cause célèbre because these two people had been charged with
treason?
Treason or whatever, spying or whatever, and they were both sentenced to death. Which was unusual because nobody had really been sentenced to death for that in the United States ever.
Especially women.
They went to the chair. She went, I think, first, and he went second, or he went first and she went second. What's this thing? I guess it doesn't apply there to ladies first. Anyway. She could have gotten out of it. She could have gotten out of it being executed if she turned on her husband.
Oh.
They gave her the chance to do that, and she wouldn't.
No, but what is that? Well, that's good. I think that shows a character, a strength of character.
Yeah, of course it shows a strength of character. But anyway, so they were a big cause célèbre at the time. And the guy who was responsible for putting them in the chair
Yeah, and Roy Cohn talks
was
about
Roy
it.
Cohn.
Yeah, he talks about
And
it.
so I'm sitting there debating him on various things. He's sitting next to me. He had these eyes that I looked at him and I said, I don't know if there is a devil, but if I ever met him, I'm looking at him in the face right now. He'd have eyes. He'd have eyes just like that. They were these lifeless eyes. I don't know how to describe it, but they were chilling.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, the movie I thought was as good a portrait of Roy Cohn.
Well, at one point in the interview, in the discussion, I said, how do you feel about the fact that you put the Rosenbergs in the electric chair? And he looked at me with these eyes and said, I don't regret it for a moment. I'm happy I did it.
Well, yeah, because, he says similar things in his movie and goes on about it.
Well, when I saw the movie, I went, this guy's playing Roy Cohn like Roy Cohn was.
Yeah.
And he probably never met the guy, probably only saw him in videos of like the McCarthy hearings or whatever.
Yeah.
And that was another thing that bothered me, okay?
What?
What's his name? I'm trying to remember his name.
You mean
God, I'm trying to think now. Now I'm
Gary Fillmore?
trying to remember what I was going for here. Anyway, in the first place.
Was it someone who was executed?
No, no, I'm trying to remember now. I can't remember what I was going for. That's the terrible part. That's really short-term memory. Bang, gone. You know.
Yeah, but
But we were
yeah,
talking. We were talking about Roy Cohn and the fact that this guy was just a horrible human being.
yeah, he
You know.
seemed so like he could put his life in compartments, and one had nothing to do with the other.
And Trump was his apprentice.
Yeah,
And he took, there were like something like 3 rules that Cohn said he lived by. And those are the 3 rules you see Trump living by. Like, never admit you're wrong. Never, never, ever. Even if you're wrong, never admit it,
yeah,
you know.
yeah, because he definitely was an interesting creature and a huge hypocrite.
Oh, he never admitted he was gay.
No, and then I mean he was dying of AIDS, and he still wouldn't.
They
admit
did
it.
a Broadway play called Angels in America.
Oh, I saw it. I saw it.
That's about Roy Cohn.
Yeah. Well, this one. Oh, this one was Mormon, the Mormon one.
Oh, you mean Book of Mormon?
No, no.
Oh.
Angels in America, I think, was a trilogy, and I saw the Mormon one. So
No, the Angels, I think it was called Angels in America.
it was. It was Tony Kushner, didn't he?
Yes, right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
But
yeah,
I mean, he was just an evil, evil man, and this was the guy that Trump idolized.
yeah.
You know, just learned everything from.
And he was good to Trump. I mean, he raised his profile considerably.
Oh yes, oh yeah.
And
I
got him
mean,
a book.
look. You know, if you had a case and you wanted to beat it, you got Roy Cohn.
Most F.
Roy
Yeah.
Cohn just, he took no prisoners.
Yeah, and in the movie, he had a room that was set up with recorders, and he could record almost any room in his house, I think. And he was always having parties with notables, so he had tape on a lot of people, and some were doing very incriminating things.
Whatever the what's the word I'm looking for? Whatever uh, uh, what's wrong with me today?
Maybe
I-
you're just it's one of those days.
You
I
know
have-
what is? I get so many thoughts coming at one time.
Yeah.
And I want to get one of them out, and then I go to another one, and before I'm through, I can't remember where the other one was. You
Yeah,
know?
see, my mind used to work like a pegboard. I mean, I would, with
Yes,
little
yes,
hooks.
yes, yes.
Yeah, you'd have a salient thought, but it wasn't the time for it. So you'd put that on a hook.
I
on a
could come right
pegboard.
back to it.
Yeah, but anymore, it's just like the wind is blowing on your pegboard. It's
Yeah, yeah. All the notes have flown away.
Your
Yeah.
cards are in Wyoming.
But anyway, so I mean, this was a terrible guy. This was a terrible person, and this is the guy that our president admired. you know.
Yeah, for what it's worth.
How do you like what he's done with the White House?
Oh, I know. Ripping up, was it the Rose Garden in the East?
You know what it looks like now? It looks like some home of a redneck down in the South.
Yeah.
The only thing missing is they should put like a trashed car carcass.
Yeah.
You know,
Hanging from a tree.
something like that.
Yeah.
You know something? If he never builds that ballroom, who's going to pay to replace the East Wing?
Good question.
And I think he should be forced to. He
Oh,
didn't get
yeah.
anybody's permission to do that. I think you have to go through some kind of national monuments, whatever thing,
Historical.
before you do that. And I realize the East Wing is only 100 years old.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
it's just a whippersnapper on the old
You
White
know.
House circuit.
I mean, they added these 2 wings to the White House because, granted, the White House is very small. It was just a
Yeah.
mansion that the president lived in. And by the way, sheep were on the lawn. They were the lawnmowers for the lawn in the White House, and you could go up and knock on the door, and they let you in and say hello.
Really?
Oh,
Like in
yeah, yeah.
when Jefferson and Washington?
Well, I don't know when they built the White House. I think it was built under, who was the second president?
Adams, was it?
Adams. They built it under Adams. He moved into it half finished, I think.
And then he put in a ballroom.
Yeah, but I mean, the ballroom's bigger than the White House.
Yeah, I know. It's just like this place isn't tacky enough.
But I don't think he's ever going to build the ballroom. I don't think it's ever going to get built.
But maybe not
Well,
because
you don't see them starting work on it, do you?
no, it's been very controversial too. So there are probably going to be like injunctions, things like that, and a bunch of groups get involved and say you can't do that.
Yeah.
So it will probably not be finished while he's in office.
And do we need the ballroom? Do you and I get to go to the ballroom? Is there going to be a sock hop there?
Right.
You know, do we get to go to the ballroom? Do we get to use it?
We can do the Lindy.
Yeah.
In the ballroom.
I mean, you don't need that. And all that gold. God damn it.
Only it's not real gold. It's just like gaudy.
No, he acts like it's real gold. But the fact is, those things he's hanging on the wall in the Oval Office, they were bought at Home Depot and then gilded gold. Okay?
I never run into him on Saturdays here
No,
at the Pensacola Home Depot.
But anyway, I mean, it's just amazing what he's done. And it's our place. It's our home.
I mean, he's such a caricature at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why. I mean, have we talked about any other president like we're talking about him? Never. I mean, because everybody has.
Well, I'll tell you. By the way, we're running over, and I don't care. I would rather talk to you for the whole 2 hours of this show, or hour and a half of this show, because it's just like the old days. We never stop. It's never stopped.
I know, even when the mics are off, it's just like.
I mean, we have this ongoing conversation that's been going on for most of our lives now.
Right.
But
I mean,
and it's good to do it again. But anyway, now where was I again?
you're talking about
Yeah. See, she can't even remember.
the gold.
The gold, and all of
Yeah,
that.
you
Yeah,
go in there.
I mean, it's terrible. It's just terrible.
I was
You
shocked
know.
that he would fly in the face of tradition like that because I
Mm-hmm.
thought that's something. Even when you decide, it's just like this is going to get so much flack. I mean, that's one of the things about embarking on a decision like that, tearing stuff up. You know that you're going to get flack, but that one's guaranteed.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, it's terrible what he's doing to the White House, and he shouldn't be allowed to do it. Just shouldn't be allowed to do it. He should have to get an okay from, I don't know, the National Parks Commission or whoever is in charge of the White House. He's just basically he's just a tenant.
Well,
You
isn't
know.
he a lame duck president at this, or is it 2 consecutive terms?
No, he's a lame duck.
Okay, that's what I thought.
He can't run again.
Yeah. So and so he's just doing all these crazy things.
And well, if he creates a war, he could claim under the War Powers Act that there's be no election till after the war is over.
Oh, let's watch this channel, the Trump channel, and see if he's going to declare, war on Luxembourg or something.
I just noticed we're out of sync.
Oh man.
Oh, to hell with it.
Epic.
I don't care, folks, if we're out of sync. Okay.
Well, if you want to get excited, we have fig trees.
Really?
Yes. I mean, I thought they were just mentioned in the Bible, and maybe they were, extinct.
Yeah.
But no, they're real, and they're so tasty.
Oh, really? And are they're coming ripe right now?
Right now. And you got to get them, though, because the birds get to them really fast.
Yeah.
But these are so good. It's my new favorite fruit.
Wow.
It's got this really interesting earthy.
But anyway, getting back to Roy Cohn and all of that, I mean, when I was a kid, I grew up with these, the execution of the Rosenbergs, and all the things they used to hold, the House Un-American Activities Subcommittee.
Yeah.
And I like to tell the story about the day my father went to protest the House Un-American Activities Subcommittee holding hearings in the San Francisco City Hall.
Oh.
Yeah. And so I went down with him. He brought his son to get a little lesson in what was right and what was wrong and when you protest and when you don't protest. And I went and he was outside protesting, so I just walked into the city hall and walked up the stairs and walked into this House Un-American Activity Subcommittee hearing. I think I was in my teens at the time.
Okay, so this would
It
be
was like 13 or something like that.
so this would have been
Yeah.
like early 50s,
It was
late
early
40s.
50s, early 50s. And I went up and I sat there and I watched it. And all of a sudden they bring up this guy, and I knew him because I used to listen to his radio show every morning. He did a show called The San Francisco Story. And every morning he would tell a story about the history of California or San Francisco. It was a recitation of history. And I thought that was, wonderful. And he was like my favorite. And now he's up there. And they simply say to him, are you ever been a member of the Communist Party? And he says, I refuse to testify under the rights that it might incriminate me.
Yeah.
Which he has the right to do, perfect
Yeah.
right to do. And in a lot of cases, you did it anyway, even if you weren't, because you didn't feel you had to be asked this question about your loyalty
Yeah,
to
you
this
didn't want to be
country.
a part of such a
You
procedure.
shouldn't have to answer whether you're loyal to this country or not,
No.
And he said, I refuse to testify. Next morning, I turn on my radio. He's not there anymore.
No. Oh,
Yes.
this is like cancel culture
Yeah.
back then. You
Yeah.
know, the beginning
So
of it.
I saw in front of my eyes, I saw this guy be completely ruined,
And they just now did the station take him off the air?
The
Or did they
station,
take him?
the station took him off the air. He was a communist, and they didn't want him on their station. He was,
And
but he was a communist by inference. He wasn't a communist by proof.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Wasn't Ronald Reagan the communist? Back when he was
People
actor?
say he was a communist, or that he was so far to the left that the Democratic Party at that point didn't want to have anything to do with him. Really, I'm serious.
Plus, then he'd have to hang out with those Kennedys, and gosh, they're obnoxious. Always wanting to play touch football. on
They
the lawn.
say he was probably associated with the Communist Party at one time in his life. Yeah.
And Nancy talked him out of it.
Well, I guess. I don't know. I think he saw that going to the right was in his best interest. Now, let me tell you a quick story here. You had the McCarthy hearings, which was Senator Joseph McCarthy, who had this hard-on for the Army. And he was going to root out communism in the Army.
Okay.
That was
That's
fine.
where it's.
I don't care if we're out of sync, folks. Just don't watch the picture.
Wing it.
Anyway, so he
was trying to root out people.
was trying
in
to
the
root
Army.
out. They were trying to root out people in the Communist Party. Where was I on that?
You were talking about the
About Reagan. Oh, about
Yeah.
McCarthy. Okay. So on the left hand of McCarthy at those hearings was one of his people that was helping, which was Roy Cohn.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why I learned to hate Roy Cohn. Okay. Who do you think was to the right of McCarthy?
Who was it?
Bobby Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that tells me that Bobby Kennedy was a great guy and we got to honor him and boy, oh, is he terrific and wonderful and all that, screw that. This guy was sitting there next to McCarthy while McCarthy and his entire committee and Cohn were vilifying these people who they had no proof were communists.
Yeah. I know. People forget that.
And at one point, this guy, Joseph Welch, I'm great at remembering names today, who was opposing the committee as one of the other senators that was on this committee, okay? He gave a speech once in which he looked at McCarthy and said, have you no shame? He was talking about a guy who worked for him that they brought before the committee.
Yeah.
And he said, have you no shame? This person has been a terrific human being, blah, 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 and now you're vilifying him and perhaps ruining his life forever. And that speech just still resounds with me. I am quoting it, Have you
Yeah.
no shame, Senator McCarthy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't he proven to have, he was an alcoholic.
He was an alcoholic. He probably was gay. But that shouldn't be a negative. But in
No.
those days, because you hid it, it became a negative because you could be
Blackmail.
blackmailed. Yeah.
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 And J. Edgar Hoover, he had the swell parties.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was gay, wasn't he?
Who?
J. Edgar Hoover.
Oh, J. Edgar Hoover was not only gay, he was like, he would wind up walking around in dresses and everything like that.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey,
Oh,
listen, I just noticed we've gone way over time. There are people out there going, is he ever going to shut up with this broad? No, if I don't have to shut up with...
both down. Huh?
If I don't have to shut up with you, I will never shut up with you. You are...
That's why we'll do it again next week.
Yeah, and thank you so much, Lori Thompson, ladies and gentlemen. Wave goodbye, Lori. I'll wave goodbye, too. There she goes.
Now, in its 11th year, this is GabNet. Talk like you've never heard it before.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Lori. Appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Let me turn my mic up here. There we go. Okay, there we go. Hello, everybody. How are you? It is Monday. It's Wednesday, which will be followed by Thursday, which will be followed by Friday, which will be followed by the weekend off. So, anyway, happy to see you all, or a couple of you here. We go a long time with Lori just simply because I enjoy talking to her so much. And I hope you enjoy hearing us together, because it's like we used to be when we were back on the radio in San Francisco. And it just makes me feel really good. Well, anyway, I think it's time that we start admitting the 3 people that are waiting to be on this program. First of all, there's Charlie Wallace over there. Hello there. That's a strange woman I've never seen before in my life. Oh, wait a minute. You just grown up a lot. You're an old broad now. Anyway, yes. Oh, what? Oh, is that 6, 7? 6, 7. Oh, okay. 6, 6, 7. Am I doing it right?
Yeah. Do 4-1.
4-1. What's 4-1?
It's like the same, but like just different numbers.
Is it just meant to annoy old people? Yeah. 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 Now here's her loving father telling her to get lost.
It's adult time.
Yeah, I'm an adult.
Yeah, right.
She almost looks like an adult at this point. Yeah.
Okay.
She's amazing.
Yeah, go upstairs. So
now she doesn't look like an adult when she does that. Yeah, and does that, and makes funny faces, and dances funny. Oh, look at that.
Oh, yeah, we like what you're doing, Adrian.
Yeah. Anyway. Hello, Charlie Wallace. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
I don't trip. I do random gravity checks. I think I probably should get that one. You know. Here comes Kevin. Oh, Kevin. I bet he's up. Maybe he's not in his house anymore. Let's see. Where might he be? Oh, no, he's still in his house. He's still in his house.
Emptier.
You can see he's emptying it out. Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was the bathroom.
Yeah. And there's Alan. Hello, Alan.
I don't have pants on.
Hello.
And of course, Brian Neary is busy, I think, killing his child. I don't know what he's doing.
I have never dealt with Ticketmaster.
You never dealt with Ticketmaster?
What a chore! What a chore! I've got 2 tickets to your show. What a chore to get the tickets. In order, you can't print them out.
Nope. Been
You
like that for a long
You got to
time.
download their app to your phone and then log into your app on that app on the phone, and then your tickets are there.
Yeah.
And I suppose you got to show those tickets on their app when you go in the door.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's everything now. Everything now, when you go in to buy a ticket, then you have to download an app, and it's not the same app. Every few years, they change the company to another app. So I have like 4 different apps on my phone that keep.
The Sharks, the Niners, my season tickets all are on there, and you only use one login now.
It's been a while.
everything.
Usually I'd just go to the door of whatever club and buy the ticket. What are they?
Well, there are a couple of things that bother me about doing this show. Okay. We're doing, as you know, folks, a show out in San Francisco, California, USA, on January 31st. To begin with, this thing's costing me money, okay? First of all, because my dear and lovely wife has to go. Well, here's what happened. She has to go premium economy, okay? Because of she has a bad back. Well, that bad back costs me an extra $800 a ticket.
Really?
Yeah.
She's asleep, right?
Huh?
She's asleep.
Oh,
right
she's
now?
asleep right now.
Okay, good, because you get whacked across
Anyway,
the head if you hear-
but I have a new travel agent. His name is
Len LaFrisco.
Len LaFrisco, and Len today got me tickets. So we decided first of all that we'd cash in my mileage. Okay, he got us business class round trip
I would hope
for
so.
like $22.
Wow.
So
That's gonna kill you.
he's my new travel agent. You know,
He always volunteers to do it.
yeah, he
So,
volunteers to do it, and I watched him doing it today, and he loves every minute of it. You know, he loves getting those tickets and getting the best price for those tickets and everything. He
And he's
got
not
us.
even Jewish.
He got us tickets for $22. I think it cost me because we had to pay some kind of security fee or something. I don't know, but anyway, so we've got round trip that way. Plus, we're going out a day earlier because it turns out that the
good.
day before we're doing my show at the Cobb's Comedy Club. They're doing a induction of Live 105 into the Bay Area Hall of Fame.
Oh, wow.
So Lori and I are going out early so we can go to that on the 30th. So we're this is a double trip for us, you know, it has double reason for existing. But the thing that bothers me is I don't know who these Sketchfest people are, and quite frankly, I never heard of them. And I guess I'm now in business with them. But what it means is that I'm not making any money on this. And the people who are in the show aren't really making any money on this. And Len LaFrisco's, God bless him, is doing it for nothing. Okay? So they're getting a whole bunch of power for very little money. Okay? On top of that, I come to find out that, yeah, you pay $37 for the general admission seats, you pay like $47 for the upfront better premium seats or whatever, and then there's a 2-drink minimum. Now, how much are the drinks a piece?
Probably 15 or 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what? It's going to cost you per person about $80 to get into this thing if you get away cheap. And what am I making? Nothing. You know, I mean, what kind of sucker am I? And after all these years, am I doing this for flattery?
Well, that's a very inexpensive night for a person.
Per person. But you get 2 people, now you're up to $150. You know.
That's still inexpensive to go out for. Yeah.
Right, when I tried it last night, they wouldn't give you the preferred or the front seats.
Well, they were all sold out. In fact, the show's almost sold out. You're lucky you got your tickets today.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Hey, really?
I think we got about
Len
100
got mine?
seats. We got about 100 seats left. What?
Do you know if Len got mine? He was going to do that for me. But everybody keeps forgetting me.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna
here's
be
the other.
standing outside with a
Here's the
cup.
other cheap part about these sons of bitches. Okay. God, I'm talking nasty about the Sketchfest. They may cancel me. I doubt it. Anyway, they only give us a limited amount of seats. They give us 10 seats. You know, for our friends and family and things like that. And there are a lot of people I'd love to give you shouldn't have had to pay money for them. I should have been able to give you free tickets, but there aren't any. So that's what happened. You know.
It's okay. So here's the deal. I bought 2 tickets because somebody might want to go with me. So if Len didn't get your tickets, let me know, Kevin.
Okay.
because I'll have an extra ticket.
'Cause I'm gonna drive down from Oregon, and I don't want to be standing outside.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, but then again, do you really want to have him as your date?
He'll look good in a dress.
Yeah, no problem. I'm gonna, I'll put a dress on and I'll look like Jeffrey
Just
Epstein.
do one of those little short numbers with the tightness and,
Oh no!
So I'm planning on staying in San Francisco for a week.
Oh, good. Are you?
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
We can take you out to dinner somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you know the dates you're flying in and out?
I'm flying in the 29th, so I can do the Live 105 thing on the 30th, and then the show on the 31st, and then I'm not flying out till a week after we got in, so there are 5 more days there. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
really.
Yeah. So,
Good,
I'd love
so
to see a lot of you.
Yes.
If we can make
Get sick
reservations-
and tired of you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Alan?
I make reservations to like House of Prime Rib or something like that for. They host big groups and they just won some kind of award, restaurant award, which is going to make them even crazier.
But for the largest amount of time going without ptomaine?
No.
Yeah.
I think they've always been busy when you just walk in, but I think if you make reservations.
Yeah, I don't know when Lori's going back exactly, but she's not going back. She's going to Brazil.
Wait a minute, doesn't she live in Berkeley?
No, she lives in Florida.
Oh, I always thought she lived in Berkeley. My bad.
Boy, you're not up to date on anything, are you? I have her on. I have her on every single week. Do you think that's California?
Yamaguchi, and they don't look too much alike.
You don't think that looks like California in the background for her? No, that's Florida.
It looks like a backyard in an old Berkeley house.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, and
Sorry, Lori.
no, but her husband is going early on that month, the first of the month, was going to go on this cruise to South America. So she told him she can't go because she wants to do all this stuff in California, which, I understand, and he understands too. So what he's doing is he's then flying her from San Francisco to Brazil. Okay? So she can catch the boat. So that could be fun,
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's what she's doing, and she says when she goes to Brazil, she has. I think she may have talked about it. Maybe she didn't. We do a half hour here, and then we talk for another 45 minutes to each other. But she was saying that when she goes to Brazil, she has to have a visa. Now, most countries don't require you have a visa, but they require you have a visa. And I said, that's probably because of Trump and the tariffs.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard that if you, from my aunt who passed away, but was a travel agent, if you went to Hawaii on a cruise and you have a port, you stop in Mexico or something, you got to have a visa to get to Hawaii.
You have to have a visa to get to Hawaii?
A passport and all that, yeah.
Oh, no, you have to have a passport to almost fly anywhere now.
Yeah.
However, I do have a thing on my phone now where with Apple, you have your credit cards there, but it also has not your passport exactly, but it has your passport information so that when you get on the plane, you can just show them that. You don't have to carry your passport with you, But,
they accept that now?
Yeah, they accept that now, supposedly.
Yeah,
I'm bringing my passport anyway. I'm not taking any chances.
No, we got to have the real thing,
Yeah.
But that was a long time ago, probably right after they started doing that.
Yeah, but doesn't Real ID take care of that?
Well, I don't have real ID.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I take my
That's your option,
passport.
because I don't have one either.
You have
I had to
get
give
a
up my truck driver's license in order to get my real ID, and I didn't want to do that.
Yeah, and I would have to go down here to my DMV and hang out for a day and a half to get the damn thing put on my.
Yeah, and then you would forget some piece of documentation, have to go back again.
Yes, Yes.
Oh, they put you through the ringer.
Well, they got
though.
this other thing. It's I've got the thing that gets you through the security and everything. And initially, whatever, I don't know what it's called. But then there's global entry. That's another thing. And the only way I can get that is if I want to go out to either Dulles, or rather either JFK or Newark, and go to their office there. Well, why don't they have one in New York? You know, to make it easy on me. No, they don't want to make it easy on me. So I don't care.
Wow.
You know. But anyway, so Len is my new travel agent. I told him, I said, you should go out and get a license, you know, to be a travel agent because you're terrific at it.
Business class, $22 each
Got me
way.
wheelchair access at all airports, everything, you know, the whole deal, you know. So that's
He always complains about your vacation prices, so it's good.
yeah, no, he's very good at it.
You know,
And then
The rest of
he's
us
going to be
that get
taking a
screwed.
thing in July or June, where they're going out to Athens. Basically, the trip we were going to take on Virgin, he's taking on a Viking and invited us to come along. So we might just do that. And I said, yeah, you know, and you'll be a great help. I said, but I don't want to be an albatross either. You know, I don't want to go there and go, hey, here, Lynn, here, carry me. You know, I don't want any of that. So, but we might do that.
Well, you could, you know, if Len's back gets tired, he can just twist to the side and you go overboard and they keep you going.
Yeah. Speaking of backs going out, I got a thing in my side yesterday. I mean, I've had it for a couple of days. I must have been sleeping wrong or something, and it just was killing me. And today it's better. I haven't really felt the pain. I feel like if I were to push it, I probably could, but, you know. But, man, I just, you know,
Probably just
everything's
pull the
falling
muscle.
apart on me, for crying out loud.
well, I still have the same thing. Sleep wrong pillow or something, and yeah,
Yeah, and you get a
mess me up for a couple days.
messes your hip. Yeah.
I'm sleeping like it's the 60s now because we got all our beds outside on the pod heading for Oregon.
Oh, so were you
and
sleeping
I got
on
two
the-
mattresses laying on the floor. We got clothes around the edge of the. I go, this is like being back in the 60s.
Yes,
All
like
we
the
need is
when
a water bed.
Yeah.
I mean, the fun thing about having mattresses on the floor is not laying down, but trying to get back up again.
Oh, tell me about it.
Well,
I had
now
to roll a chair in there
no,
just to try and
no-
get up.
Now that you're
Right.
older, but when I was in my 20s and 30s, I'd have a mattress on the floor. I didn't have anything else, and I would get right up, you know.
Yeah, now I'm getting cramps halfway up and I'm laying on the floor. I go back down. Ah!
Sounds like we'd make a good couple there. We'd both be complaining
Folks,
the whole
you
show.
know, I mean,
This
it's.
chair's uncomfortable.
You know, I
got a leg cramp.
I look at a kid like Adrian, for instance. He bounces around like crazy, you know.
I know.
I
you
can't
look
do
at-
that anymore.
I know.
Yeah,
Even her daddy can't do that anymore.
right.
The truth of the matter is he got rid of the McLaren because he has trouble getting in and out of it.
No, I never touched the ground getting out of it. If I ever
well,
do, then I'll sell it.
I would have had to.
I-
Although the
No, you
ground
never
would have
touched the ground because we had to helicopter you out. Remember?
That's right.
How
the
many-
ground would have been real close to me. I mean, it was close to start with, but it would have been even closer. if I was-
In cars and like cabs and things like that, how many of you use the handle now?
All the
No.
time.
I use the handle all the time now. I have to grab the handle and then get out of the cab holding onto the handle. The one that comes down a little bit.
I got
you
a
know.
4-wheel drive truck. It's like climbing a side of a building nowadays.
Really? See? That's
Yep.
Wow.
this is everything you've got to look forward to. I mean, if Adrian
Getting
were
old
listening,
ain't for sissies.
it certainly isn't, you know. But I watch kids like Adrian, and I'm jealous. You know, I couldn't jump up and down like that anymore.
That's why I got that shirt. This is my favorite childhood memory is my back not hurting.
I now have two of those. Somebody sent me one. So I
Yeah.
now have two of those shirts. So but yeah, I don't know who I'm going to take, and it's too far out to ask anybody. So
Okay, well, you can take Kevin.
Kevin would be fine. I'd have no problem with the other ticket on Kevin.
You know, Either that, or I'll make if he doesn't get a ticket, I'll make him my roadie. You know.
I'll be a roadie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can fake that.
He can carry.
You can have-
I did it for the
Yeah,
high
but-
school.
You know, but anyway, so, but I just, you know, what's his name? Cobbs is going to make money off of me, and Sketchfest is going to make money off of me, and
What is Sketchfest?
Yeah, really haven't figured that out yet either.
it doesn't matter. It's the same as 6-7 or 3-7 or whatever that is.
A whole bunch of just like comedies.
Too many. Too many.
Kind of things, shorts, poem readings, all that stuff.
I have to be out after an hour and a half because I got another show coming on after me.
Right. I heard Len talk about that on the Monday show, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
They don't give you time to like socialize. Hi, how you doing? I haven't seen you.
No,
It's
forget
nice
it.
seeing
Get the fuck out of here. We got another show coming up behind us, and I never heard of what that show is. It's who knows?
Well, you're actually the first show of the event of that day, and at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, the doors open at 3. So tell everybody that you just walk around and say hi to people. as they're
I
coming
wanted
in.
to get like a night slot where I could, you know, go as long as I wanted to, you know. And they said, no, we can only put you in at this time. But then they were begging me to do it. You know, I tried to quit. I wrote them and said, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it because, quite frankly, and blah, 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 blah. And they said, oh, we'll take care of all of that for you. Here's more money. You know, so they threw me another $1,000 for people to get paid.
So is there advertising for it?
Huh? Well, yeah, I don't know. I have
You don't
ad,
sell T-shirts.
I have an ad on my on Gabnet. You know, put that up there so you could go
Alex
direct.
Bennett's T-shirts with the bus, and I don't do no requests on the front.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great.
Somewhere I still have a lot of those T-shirts hanging around. I don't know if they're in storage or whatever, but I should have been out there selling them as
Right.
for like
Oh yeah. Could we take a drive up to Petaluma and go through your?
go get
thingy?
them. Yeah.
Yes, I got a big truck. I can take you comfortably, no problem in the Cadillac. And then can I take a couple things?
Yeah.
Well, I got a van we could throw them in.
Yeah.
The van's got a bed in there, but there's plenty of room.
You got a
Oh,
bed in there? What are you
Dana
doing?
Gould.
Planning on having sex? What do you mean I got a
No,
bed
no,
in my
I'll
van?
Oh,
change
here it
the
is.
seat.
Yeah.
I'll change it
Dana,
up people.
It's got a bag
So
of
Dan-
candy in there too.
Dana Gould's the day before. Dana Gould's on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And then Alex Bennett and friends.
Yeah. But Dana Gould and Trump, Durst is doing a thing earlier in the week. And let me see here. Who else? One other person that I used to
I read
have.
them off that night. I looked at it when we
Huh?
were talking about it. I read them all off that night on Saturday when we
Yeah.
talked about it.
Too many shows. Yeah.
You know
a lot
who?
of freaking shows.
You know what? This lady popped up. Yeah, you know who she is. My people who you may know because you and I are friends. Karen Babbitt.
I know Karen Babbitt, of course.
Yeah, I remember she was on your show.
Is she doing a show?
No. It popped up on my Facebook. Said people you may know. Is it Karen Babbitt? I
Yeah,
said,
Karen
I remember
Babbitt
her.
is, I love Karen. She's a wonderful person.
No, was her dad one of the artists?
Her dad was. They have a thing they used to call the 10 old men at Disney or 7 or I can't remember the number exactly, and he was one of them. He in Snow White animated and created and animated the witch, not the witch but the queen, the Black Queen, and then when Fantasia came along, he did the dancing mushrooms. Okay.
I remember you always talking about that.
And then he had a falling out with Disney because when they decided to go on strike, he was the strike leader. And Disney didn't like that. So,
Yeah, usually they don't like that.
but he was one of the great animators of all time. You ask anybody who knows animation and you mention Art Babbitt, and they know immediately who he is. And she was Art Babbitt's daughter, you know.
I haven't heard his name in years.
Huh?
It's not my circle, but I've heard his name, but I haven't heard it in years.
Heard his name?
Yeah, his name.
Yeah. Well, Karen was his daughter.
Right.
And I said, did he have a box somewhere of cells? And she
Yeah.
says, we kept looking for them, but we couldn't find them.
Oh my gosh.
But he divorced her mother, and then went out and married. Do you remember Marge and Gower Champion? Well, Marge Champion was the, I think was the, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong on the character, but she was the what do you call it, the thing they used to do Snow White dancing. And they did tape films of her dancing, and then they would rotoscope that and so on. And he married Marge Champion. He was married to her for a while. And then she married another guy, was actually Marge somebody else. And then she married Gower Champion, and they became Marge and Gower Champion, and they were very big dancing stars at MGM. So, but she never could find any artwork, But man, I knew somebody who had a cell of the Queen, and it was selling for $25,000, and that was like 40 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. In fact, I have some of the cells he gave me. I had this advertiser who sold cells. And as a gift to me, he gave me quite a few cells. I have the Frito Bandito, which you can't see here. And let's see, who else do I have? I have somebody else here. I can't remember now. But he would give me some cells occasionally. Oh yeah, I had Mickey Mouse from a Frito-Lay commercial. No, from a what was the orange drink that Coca-Cola had? Fanta. They did Fanta ads in Europe, and Mickey Mouse was in them. It was the only time Mickey Mouse ever appeared in a commercial, and I have a cell for that commercial.
Wow. I'll bet you that whoever owns Fanta right now, for Coca-Cola or something, that'd be worth something to them.
Well, maybe they have a whole bunch of them. I don't know.
Oh,
I
don't know either.
Yeah. So how have you all been doing? Anything interesting in your lives? What a boring bunch of people this is.
Well, we're talking about the most important thing, you coming to California.
Yeah,
I know, finally. Man, you used to laugh it off all the time.
Yeah, I did. Because I never thought I would.
Well, that's because you're getting $27.
Well, this will shut Bubbles up. Okay, for a while.
Oh yeah. You got to hook up some internet for him or something.
He's the one who
we got to go crash his house.
For the last maybe 10 years, every time we get together to do one of his things for the show, he would say to me, when are you going to come out to California? When are you going to do a show out here? I talked to Cobb's Comedy Club. They're willing to do it. I talked to the out in Mill Valley, that theater out in Mill Valley. They'll be willing to do one. And I'm going, yeah, maybe we'll see, And then one thing led to another, and this all fell into place. And then when Len said he would throw the whole thing together for me, I didn't have to do any work. And that was the part of it I didn't want to have to do now. And my business manager used to do what Len is doing now. But my business manager is 90 years old, and I don't want to, I know he might be able to get the strength together to do it. But basically, he just likes sitting in front of a computer and doing taxes for people, and that's it, And when I told him somebody else was doing the job he used to do, he was delighted, He was absolutely delighted.
Has Len done this before?
No.
Oh, wow. He's doing a great job.
He's doing an incredible job. He's on top of everybody. His worst part is having to deal with Slayton. Slayton wants 3 nights at the hotel. Slayton wants this. Slayton wants that, And I'm going, I'm getting nothing. But anyway, so it gives Marjorie and I a chance to go out to California. And we're staying with Buddy Love and his wife. And he is basically, he's a Lyft driver. He does that part-time to earn a little extra money coming in. And he said he'll just take me everywhere, Although Brian has offered to do that, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't have Adrian that week, but I will get her that week and we'll do something one day.
Yeah. Well, I would love to see her. Although she might
Yeah,
not
we'll
want
go
to hang
somewhere.
out with the adults, you know.
No, she will love to meet you and Marjorie.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. Normally, I don't want to meet people's kids, leave them home, you know. But her, she's terrific, you know.
She's grown up on this show.
She's grown up on this show. Far more. I mean, if we showed her to people, they probably think she was what, 13, 14?
Now, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Too bad she doesn't look 18. She can get into the show.
No, she can get in.
Yeah, she can get in. We made a provision that if he
Okay,
wanted to
good.
bring her, he could.
Yeah, but yeah, too much for her, and then I got a babysitter.
And then you have to babysit her. Yeah, you'd rather just enjoy the show and have fun. Yeah.
Exactly.
Doesn't handcuffs and a ball gag work?
Well, what?
The problem would be Bobby Slayton keeps swearing, and then she's gonna look at me and say, "Language, language."
That's what the ball gag is for.
Yeah,
for her to be quiet.
she'll bring her swear jar with her. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the thing is that Len is trying to get a table for all the people who know each other from these shows, that they can all sit together. You know,
That would be nice.
But we'll see what he does. You know, he's having enough trouble with these people just getting enough money out of them to fly everybody out. You know, like
I was surprised the tickets were so cheap.
well, they're paying everybody $1,000 to pay for their flights, and they're giving them the accommodations. Okay. Well, just turned out I'm not having to pay a penny because I'm using all my miles on United. So consequently, I'll be able to keep my money. But then again, I'll feel compelled to give certain people money that didn't get any, you know. Like, I'd like to see Len get some money for this. I just, you know, he says, no problem. I'm enjoying doing it. I offered to do it.
He won't accept it. He won't accept it from you.
Well, I think he should get something, you know.
But he won't accept it from you. He won't.
Well, be that as
What
it
is-
may.
what
I've hung out with him a couple times, and he won't.
Yeah.
What does he like? Does he like old wine? I'll give Alex a 30 or
Oh
40.
yeah, he loves wine. Yes, he loves wine.
Len
I'll
loves
give
wine.
Alex a 30 or 40-year-old bottle of wine, and he can give it to him.
Oh, no, Marjorie will swill it down before it gets to him.
Oh, oops. Yeah, this is like $300-400 of bottle stuff that I got. So
Really? How much did you pay for
I
it?
have a fortune. I bought a
Wait,
lot of wine.
Really? Why?
Yeah, really.
Why? Are you a
And now-
wine drinker?
And now I don't drink much.
Yeah. So you got a lot of wine sitting in the
A
house.
lot of Bordeaux, a lot of Sauterne, which I probably have more Sauterne than most wine stores do. I probably have 400 bottles
Yeah.
of Sauterne,
Yeah. Yeah.
and probably 1,000 bottles of Bordeaux and a few bottles of
Mm-hmm.
Cabernet, stuff like that.
So getting into politics for a moment, how many of you honestly believe that they're ever going to release the Epstein files? They're going to have every excuse humanly possible not to do it. Oh, well, there are too many investigations going on right now, and we can't release them at this moment because we don't want
That's
to.
exactly why he caved.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, Pam
They
Bondi.
found a way around it.
Pam Bondi is the person that has to release it. Pam Bondi will find an excuse not to do it.
Of course,
Okay?
she wants to keep her job.
And once it's done, there'll be a lot of redactions. You know, every time
Yeah.
Trump is mentioned, it could be blacked out.
And they'll say that it's a victim's name and not Donald Trump's name.
No, they won't say it's a victim's name. They'll say it's maybe somebody's name, but they didn't feel that the name should be known.
Right?
You know, I mean, this is. Tony wrote me and said he honestly believes that by the end of the year, Trump won't be president anymore.
Wow.
You know.
Boy, I hope he's
By
right.
the end of the year,
A month and a half? Wow.
that's a pretty bold statement. But
Well, what did he
Tony's
say?
a good gambler.
Put it on my yeah. He put it on my Facebook page.
he's a good
What-
gambler.
What did it say here? It said, oh yeah. Wait a minute. Where was it? Huh? Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Oh, I know what I did. I didn't erase it, but I put it off of the thing. Well, I don't have it.
I think I saw it. It was in one of your comments about I forgot what your post was.
Yeah.
Who was that? Who said that?
Tony. Didn't he say it was
Oh,
by?
Tony.
Didn't he say by the end of the year, Kevin?
Yeah, it was something like that. He says, I predict by the end of the year that he'll be out. Something like that.
I don't think so.
That would be nice.
I think that's that's too fast.
Good for him. Maybe he's right.
We
There
can
will be
only
some
hope,
Repu-
but then who becomes president?
That's the whole point. Is
Yeah, yeah.
it's just like you're just trading one piece of crap for another piece of crap, and it's
Absolutely.
really not worth it. Just suck it up and we'll ride it through, and then when he's gone, he's done.
And considering the white trash that J.D. Vance is, they will have a burned out car on the front lawn of the White House.
No, you get a tax deduction if you get a double wide trailer to live in.
I see. Okay, that could be it too. They might put a double wide out there.
Oh yeah, he's such a loser.
Oh, well, I don't know. It's exhausting. It is just so exhausting. When every day you wake up and the first words on television are Trump, you go, this is, when Obama was president, maybe you heard from him once a week or something like that, or he did something that was important that made the news. But it wasn't like every day, twice a day, 3 times, 10 times a day.
And it's, when what's the guy, Khashoggi or whatever the guy's name is?
Khashoggi,
When he got killed, I remember he was saying, "Oh, we're gonna find this person or whoever is involved in this, and we're gonna take them down." And da da da. And then he's sitting with the guy, and now they're claiming, "Oh no, he had nothing to do with it."
And he's the guy that
Things happen. That's mafia.
Yeah,
if you ever heard it.
Yeah, our people, people who look into this sort of thing, have all determined that Khashoggi was killed by what's his MBM,
Yeah.
whatever.
The Prince.
The prince. And it's it's a given, And he's there saying
motive and everything.
yeah. They're saying, oh, he's just, he's misunderstood. He's my friend. And then when somebody asked him directly, were you involved in the death of Khashoggi? Trump went crazy and said, how can you treat a guest of this country like that?
Yeah.
Very easily. He murdered one of our people.
Oh, you're a terrible reporter. Oh, you're this.
Oh,
You're a
that was
terrible
That's
reporter.
another thing this week. God.
Oh, and then he said, wait a minute. Then he said, I'm going to see what I can do to get ABC's license for that.
Yeah.
Well, to begin with, I may be wrong about this. I mean, I've been in the broadcasting business a long time, and I never heard the fact that the networks were licensed by the federal government. Now, the stations they may own, of which there are only a handful, because they're not allowed to own more than about 7, okay, are licensed by the government. But the networks are not licensed by the government. Am I right or am I wrong about that?
They just produce the license to broadcast.
That's right.
What do you mean they produce the license to broadcast?
Well, you have to apply to them to get it, and get your call letters and everything else.
That's
right?
but that's for the stations they own.
Right. It has
Networks
nothing to do with it.
themselves do not need to have a license from the government.
That's right, because they're running under the licenses of those.
Well, they're not even
particular
running under the
stations.
licenses of those stations. They are supplying programming
Right.
to people who want to, But
Probably just the wrong
in order for
term.
him to take away the licenses of all the stations that carry ABC, it would be a monumental task.
Yeah.
Okay? So it's an idle threat, and it's a terrible threat, Hi, Tom.
Hey,
Hey,
I just bought my ticket to Sketchfest.
did you really?
Yeah,
Okay.
$35, not bad.
Oh,
No, not bad at all.
oh that's
It's
terrible.
the $20 drink.
Do you drink?
Oh, yeah,
Oh, you have to buy 2 drinks. Yeah.
but they don't have to be alcoholic. You can get it out of.
Oh, yeah, I love paying, $40 for 2
$15 for water.
Coca-Colas,
Buddy.
Be just like going to a football game.
I mean, that's what bothers me about it more than anything else. Are all the people that are making money off this thing except
Nobody says you have to drink them. You know, you could buy the drinks and hand it to the guy next to you and say, "Here, have a free whatever."
Yeah.
I'll have a hard cider in honor of William Henry Harrison.
Well, you know what? The thing is that I'm trying to remember what we did. I don't know that the places we played required you to buy a drink minimum when we did our shows in San Francisco.
I don't think so. No.
No, I don't think so either.
No.
You know
They're usually the night ones, but the ones in the mornings, I would think not.
what?
I don't think the supper with Schwartzman had that. It was
No. But I'm talking about the
Heck, I
shows
think
that I would
free.
do, like the Great American Music
Oh,
Hall.
those shows. Yeah.
Was there a 2-drink minimum there? And at that point, the drinks were $5 a piece. You know.
Yeah, but those kind of venues always had a 2-drink minimum. If I remember correctly, when I went, it was always, you paid to get in, and don't forget you got 2-drink minimum.
Yeah,
I got to remember if that happened with my shows or whether
How do they enforce that?
Huh?
You're in the show. You're sitting there.
Oh no, they make you
Your
buy
waitresses.
the drinks. They make you buy the 2 drinks before the show even starts.
Yep.
Oh, really?
You don't get
Oh
in.
yeah, and then they deliver 2 drinks at the same time to your table.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but that's it's very misleading because you're telling people to pay like $37 for a ticket, and then you're saying you got to buy 2 drinks on top of it
And then drive home safe.
and drive home safe. That's the other part I don't
You
like.
tell them you're ripped already. I'm already fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might get up on stage and say, refuse to pay the $2 drink minimum. They shouldn't
And you
force
see
you
the
to
big
drink because you have to go home, and who's going to drive for you? Do you have a designated driver? Well, if they're here, they have to buy 2 drinks too,
Yeah. If you're drunk when you go in there and they let you in, and
They
you drink
serve you.
more, they're responsible if you get in an accident.
Well, that used to be the big thing when we were doing shows, is that a lot of times the clubs would hand out these twofers. Oh, here's 2 tickets to come see us at Rooster T. Feathers. Because they knew you come in the door and then you'd have to buy the 2-drink minimum. That you didn't stop to think about, okay? So they made the money off the booze. They didn't make the money off the tickets.
That's the way it's always been.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know. I'm already ready to rebel against this thing, but it's a little too late because Tom bought his ticket.
And I'm taking public transit, so I don't have to worry about driving.
Oh, okay. All right. So you'll be the designated public transit person for all the ones that are drunk?
Sure. We should all bus pool together.
Yeah, there should be a law against 2-drink minimums for that very reason.
Can't
Yeah.
think that.
Huh?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. think that.
It's also a heavy traffic area on Columbus, right where they're at, and so you may not get a block without getting into an accident.
Well, also, I had a friend a couple of years ago that died because he drank all his life. I don't think drinking's good for you. I mean, I would not force people to drink at any show that I did. So.
I think if it was with a meal, so the alcohol gets absorbed into the
Yes,
food,
yes, good
you're a lot
point.
safer. You're a lot safer. This drinking coffee afterwards or cold showers, or I don't know where you're going to get a cold shower when you walk out of a bar, but anyhow, but these are all BS. It just takes your body, your liver time to process the alcohol, and there's nothing to really speed it up.
Well, I didn't like to do 2-drink minimums because I don't drink, So I'd buy a Coca-Cola, and it cost me $15 for a Coca-Cola. Come on, give me a break.
Yeah, it would be nice if they posted what they charge for drinks on their website. I looked.
They don't do that, right? But it does say 2-drink minimum.
It does.
Yeah. Oh well, we don't have to worry about Charlie when if he went to the show because he's asleep already. No, forget it. Yeah.
So, Alex.
Yeah.
So, I was at your original Hall of Fame induction.
Yeah. Yeah. You were.
I get in. Can you get me into this one on the?
I don't have anything to do with it.
Oh.
I was written to by my program director, who said they're going to run a Hall of Fame for. In other words, the whole night is nothing but about the station. Okay, and so it's a dinner for people who want to show up and do that. And I don't think we have any kind of free tickets. In fact, I had to ask how much. I had to ask Richard Sands, who was the program director, how do I get tickets? And he said, well, I'll get them for you when they're available. He said, but they aren't available yet.
Where are they having the dinner at?
I have no idea. Probably McDonald's. Knowing the Broadcast Hall of Fame.
Everybody gets the Trump special.
I said to Lori today, I said, how they do the Station of the Year for the Hall of Fame every year. Different station.
Sure.
There are only so many stations that were in the Bay Area. They're going to run out of them eventually.
Yeah.
And I would have thought they would have gotten a live 105 before that. No. But anyway, so that was our little that's my latest belly aching is about those things, right? But it'd be good to see Alan. It'd be good to see Kevin, and it'd be good to see Brian, and of course we all know Charlie's flying out for it, and it'd be good to see Tom Yamaguchi. By the way, almost everybody on this panel tonight is Bay Area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie's the only and we didn't even get Jeff tonight.
Oh.
Which would be.
What's going on with that?
I don't know. So anyway, so it
Is he going to come out?
Who?
Is Jeff coming out?
Jeff? No. No.
Show?
I don't think so. Look, if anybody is thinking of flying in for this thing, forget it. Don't waste your money.
That's right.
Plus, I think I'm going to pay more money out of my pocket to have the whole thing taped. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm going to put a write-up on the site here, so don't bother to come to it if you live out of town. Just be able to, I'll run it on Gabnet, And
Marjorie likes wine, and Len LaFresco likes wine. Okay.
Between the two of them, I got two drunkards on vacation. Yeah.
Well, when I take you to dinner, I'll bring a bottle of wine somewhere, and Marjorie.
Oh, of course. That's what people do when they go out to dinner, right? They bring a bottle of wine. Marjorie,
Yeah,
Marjorie doesn't bring wine. She'll buy wine at the place.
You got to be careful. Sometimes some of these people bring a $20 bottle of wine, and it's a $50 bottle of corkage. You gotta be careful where you go and what you're doing.
Yeah. Well, usually what happens is Marjorie will get herself some.
Oh my God! The show's over.
Yeah, will get herself some wine, and for her and a friend and her husband, and so the three of them will be drinking wine. Well, they buy a bottle instead because it's cheaper than buying a couple of rounds of a glass of wine. So that's always the way they do it, and it makes sense. But I don't drink, so it doesn't matter. I'm just a teetotaler. I'm always I am the permanent designated driver. Okay. Anyway, Charlie, thank you so much for being here tonight. We really appreciate it. Alan, good to have you here. Brian, good to have you here. And, of course, your date was good to see your date here tonight. She looks older than some of his dates, okay?
She's taller than one I'm dating now. She hasn't met her, though.
Yeah. Anyway, and Kevin, thank you for being here. And Tom, always wonderful to see you. And it'll be good to see you at the gathering on January 31st.
I'm glad you're staying longer. Enjoy your trip. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
well,
fun.
I just figured we'd spend a week there. We don't want to just turn
Yeah.
around and come right back anyway.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
you know.
perfect.
Anyway,
Hell, I might have an empty house here for you. If you want to
oh,
stay here.
good. If I want to stay there, right.
This
2 hours
doesn't sell
away.
by then.
Everybody, give a big round of wave goodbye, and I'll give a big wave goodbye at you. And there they go, ladies and gentlemen. That's our citizen panel for tonight. I'll see you again tomorrow night, right here, same time, same station in life. In the meantime, as always, if you see her, you know. Amy is next. I forgot to mention that. She's here. Going to do her show on Gabnet, and you go to gabnet.net, third row, and the third column down at the bottom. Her name will be there. Click on that. That'll give you her Zoom address, and I'll see you again tomorrow night, same time, same station in life. In the meantime, if you see her, you know, of course, as always, tell her I love her. Okay, bye bye, everybody.